On Thursday, Chief Twit Elon Musk purged a handful of reporters and journalists from the Twitter platform. That's right. Among those were CNN's Donnie O'Sullivan, The Washington Post's Drew Harwell, New York Times' Ryan Mack, commentator Keith Olbermann, Aaron Rupar, and not only that, but Mashable's Matt Binder. So now, wait, what did they do? Apparently, they broke Elon Musk's brand new shiny TOS that he immediately amended. Oh, okay. Well, fun. So now, all of these reporters were basically covering Elon Musk. Okay. Well, that said, others like Olbermann were simply banned for criticizing fans. And even Twitter competitor Mastodon was banned. So there was just a wave. It was a Thursday night massacre. So now that said, nice free speech platform you got there, Elon. Well done,
Elon.
Anything that hurts his ego, we told you, will get banned. Of course. So now, funny enough, this has actually unified certain members of the left and right in criticizing Elon Musk. Apparently, this is bipartisan. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, Fox News, I'm going to show you a video here of Fox News' reaction to that, which may surprise you. But before I get there, I want to show you some responses here, or share with you some responses from Twitter users. In fact, this is from the Washington Free Beacon's Chuck Ross, who tweeted an image of old suspended accounts saying, "New boss, same as the old boss." Fun. New York Post opinion writer John Levine says, hoping for some kind of explanation here, Elon. Jack Posobiec. Here's what he wrote. Unless Aaron Rupar, again, who was another person that was banned, was caught doxing, I don't agree with his permanent suspension. Now, that'll play into later, okay? Cambry, another right-wing influencer, says, okay, I could be like the radical left has been the past few years towards us about people getting suspended and cheer, but I honestly want to know why Aaron Rupar got suspended. I believe in free speech, even for people I disagree with. Then added, if they broke the rules, then see ya. Well, see, that's interesting because with Elon Musk now running the company, he can dictate the rules and rewrite them at any time, which happens to have been the case right here. But anyway, another person, Common Girl, says, this does not make me feel comfortable as a conservative. I meant it when I said no censorship. All right, hey, look, that's a principled stance. Whenever these stories came up of, journalists or left-wingers getting banned off platforms, I would always ask, where are the free speech warriors, right? But in this case, the free speech warriors are here. And I commend them. I applaud them for being consistent on this. And I'm not playing around on this, okay? That said, another thing that was interesting is a reaction from Fox News. And this is Fox and Friends. Look.
I was reading this morning, it sounds like some of those reporters had talked about the feud he had with the kid who was posting public information about his jet's location.
Correct.
But I think it's unclear why the others were suspended.
I've read that they were critical of Musk in general. Now, if that's the line now, then obviously that's probably not going to make him look very fair or make the platform look very good. But if there's more to it, if there's threatening language, if there was language that would, again, direct you to dox his family, then maybe he would have a stronger argument. Basically, all I can tell you, Steve, is this is his shop.
It's at least it's not a shadow ban. Shadow ban has a mystery. Well, why is such and such only getting 3 retweets? Why is such and such not being seen? Why is this buried? He came out and announced it right away. Although I don't think it was the best move he's ever had.
Being transparent, because he says he feels like his family's in danger. He said you can tweet about where I used to be, where I was, but not real time, because it's affecting my family and I don't want them to be in danger.
9 kids too.
I mean, they should be able to go to restaurants and be able to go out and enjoy their lives without having to worry about someone coming up to them or throwing a Molotov cocktail at their restaurant.
Sure, but if they were just being critical of him, he's got to explain why those people were suspended.
So let me just get to the ridiculousness of Ainsley Earhart. Now somebody's going to come up to the restaurant and just throw a Molotov cocktail through the window. But Musk himself is like, I'm the target of assassination. No, you're not. No, everybody thinks you're just a weird, stupid nerd. Like, nobody, trust me, not important enough to be on some assassination. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. In reality, some of the people that actually have been facing that kind of stuff on Twitter are transgender people. Thanks to, accounts like Libs of TikTok, who are actually giving out locations, in some cases, or directing people to do harassment and hate campaigns against transgender people or teachers that are LGBTQ, or, I don't know, children's hospitals. But that said, hey, I don't want any violence against Elon Musk. I don't want any violence against any journalists or anything like that. No, of course not. So we all agree. But then, Fox News is still like, if they're getting rid of people for being critical of Elon Musk, that's not a good thing. And again, I also agree with that. But that's what's going on. So now, as I said before, yes, sure, it's his platform. He can do whatever he wants. But it's not very free speech absolutisty of him, is it? No. And it's because Elon Musk doesn't care about even his idealized version of free speech, and he never has. And now, you heard the excuse, right? I was just worried for my family, and this comes from the Elon Jet account. Funny enough, before he took over Twitter, he was in favor of keeping Elon Jet. He promised that he wouldn't ban them, and then, of course, turned around and banned them. And in defending that ban, he then, when challenged by one of the banned journalists for covering that ban, at a Twitter Spaces event, here's what happened.
So when you're saying posting a link to it, I mean, some of the people like Drew and Ryan Mack from the New York Times who were banned were they were reporting on it in the course of sort of pretty normal journalistic endeavors. You consider that like a tricky attempt at ban evasion?
You show the link to the real-time information, ban evasion, obviously.
Drew, I don't think you were posting the real-time information, right?
I mean, you're suggesting that we're sharing your address, which is not true. And you're suggesting that we're posting. We never. I never posted your address.
You posted a link to the address.
We posted a link. In the course of reporting about Elon Jet, we posted links to Elon Jet, which are now not online and now banned on Twitter. And Twitter also, of course, marks even the Instagram and Mastodon accounts of Elon Jet as harmful. Using, we have to acknowledge, using the same exact link blocking technique that you have criticized as part of the Hunter Biden New York Post story in 2020. So what is different here and there?
It's no more acceptable for me. It's no more acceptable for me, for you, than it is for me. Same thing. So anyway.
So it's unacceptable what you're doing?
No. What you dox, you get suspended. End of story. That's it.
He then immediately noped out. That was it. Gone. Bailed. And as a final bitch move, Musk temporarily nuked Twitter Spaces. Gone. Can't do that anymore. According to The Verge, within hours, Twitter Spaces was at least partially removed from the platform, with users saying they were unable to access it on iOS or Android. Musk claimed the feature was removed to fix a newly identified bug. His feelings were hurt. No. Apparently, banned users like Harwell were able to join a Spaces chat when, they're obviously not supposed to, I guess, or are not supposed to be able to access those because they're banned. Okay. No, here's what happened. Elon Musk got feelings because he's sad. And then decided, because he had these feelings, I'm going to update my terms of service to ban people who hurt my feelings. And that's it. And again, he can do that. It's his company, his rules. He can do whatever he wants. And I'm consistent about that because this is the problem with making the public square owned by private companies, private corporations that can unilaterally do whatever the hell they want. If you're going to have a company that's supposed to be, or have a space that is supposed to be the public square on the internet, as Twitter claimed to be, well, then you can't just have it get bought out and owned by a private, billionaire. So it really, that kind of, is a good example of one of the fundamental flaws of having public, these public companies being owned by, billionaires without any transparency. So, yeah. But really, Elon Musk, getting back to what he was actually trying to do in buying that platform, spending $44 billion on it, which is way more than it was worth, and certainly way more than it's worth now, is just creating a safe space for himself and his right-wing friends. He is the Mad King Joffrey running Twitter. He is thin-skinned, unable to take any criticism or allow himself to be challenged in any way, shape, or form. He's also incredibly paranoid. Tracking where the jet goes, where they take off from, and where they come, and where they land, that's not his personal information. That is publicly available information. And posting that is not an invasion of their personal family privacy. He may not like it, but it's sad for him. His company is no longer conducive to the free speech environment he claimed that he wanted to create, which, of course, is something that we on left had been warning about the entire time.